So are you still early to the crypto space in 2025? Can you still actually make money, make life-changing money today in the crypto space? This is basically what we are all here for. Is this still possible? Now, today we're talking about this because recently we've seen Trump launching his own meme coin, the president of the free world, and his wife launching a meme coin, sucking up the liquidity from the whole space. Now we've seen the space struggling a bit. We've seen altcoins having some hard time recently, and especially because now we are in January of 2025, so the year is just beginning or just starting, but not starting the way we really wanted to see start. So this is a very important topic today that we need to discuss, and a topic that really matters to you right now a lot, especially if you really haven't seen yet any major gains in terms of your portfolio going up or mooning. This is very important to talk about here. Do you still have a chance of making it in 2025? So with no further ado, let's get into today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support the channel, and let's get into it. Now, the most important thing to look at to answer this question, are you gonna make life-changing money this cycle? It all comes down to Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to keep going up, right? So Bitcoin basically started going up from 2020 or early 2023. So this is when everything started back in the days. Like literally the best time to be in the space was here. Now, the second best time obviously was anywhere in the middle of 2023. This is when we seen coins literally starting to wake up, starting to moon. We've seen PayPay launching, going from nothing to billions of dollars. We've seen a lot of coins basically started to move and started to pump. People started to make life-changing money basically. And lucky enough, I was as well there in this time. I was also on YouTube, so a lot of people that have been following me since that time are pretty much in a very good position right now. But today we're talking about you if you missed this rally. So since then, Bitcoin was just going up, and that's why we're talking about it, because we need Bitcoin to keep going up. That's the most important. As long as Bitcoin is going up, we are good to go. The second thing as well is ETH. We really need that to start going up. So will Bitcoin keep going up? That's the most important. Now, we all know, guys, we've seen the ETFs. We've seen now recently pro-Bitcoin president Trump in the office right now. And we have a lot of talks about Bitcoin reserves in the US, which are pretty much now what's causing this kind of doubts in the market, since we've seen the inauguration talk, Trump did not talk about it. But we've seen today something very important that could lead toward it, which is Ross Ulbricht, which was the founder of Silk Road, a dark web website basically that used Bitcoin as its main currency of exchange. Now Trump pardoned him today, which it promised he will do. We could see this leading towards a Bitcoin reserve as well, or announcing something close to it, which is gonna help the market go up. But anyways, for the long term, we can use the RSI on Bitcoin to really tell us what's going on. This basically never fails, especially on the monthly. It always tells us have we topped or not. So we can put the Bitcoin chart on the log scale. This is very quick to really check where we are at in the market without really freaking out. So you can see now here the RSI, whenever it goes to that shaded, green shaded area here, it usually marks the top. So it's around here. The first time it did it here in 2013, basically 2014, it was a bit of an early signal, but the second time it was it as well here in 2017. Once it starts going there, that's important to look at, is that this is the top on that RSI, but it still kept going up. It still kept going up. We have the same thing as well in 2021 when it peaked exactly here at the bar at the top here, the first top in April, May, and then we still had another rally right after. So as you can see, whenever it actually peaks, or the RSI peaks, we do have a few months left before we actually top. So now we are nowhere close to that green shaded area, which means you're still early today when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still gonna rally and drag the altcoins with it. Now this is very important. Now the second thing we really want to look at as well is ETH. Now this is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. If we go back here and we look at it here, Bitcoin is the first, ETH is the second, and ETH basically leads the market. You can see now the market is not doing as good as it should be, since ETH is really below its all-time high. If we can look at now here, now Solana is showing more strength than ETH, but that did not help the market in general, because ETH is still below its all-time high. You can see that here. Now ETH is way below its all-time high. We need that to start going back up, going towards its all-time high. That is the most important to us now here. As well, on the monthly, we can see the same thing on it, which basically whenever the RSI on the monthly starts to shade in green, this is usually marks the top. This was the 2017 top or bull market. Now we have the same thing here as well. Whenever it tops, you still got months and months to go of a real major altcoin season. So you can see the same thing here. Now when you come back here, you see that this thing is still way below here when it comes to that RSI on it is still way low. We haven't really started any real major season, so you are still early. That's what I've been saying this whole time now, is we have no signs, even though we have Trump launching meme coins, we have some topping signals here and there, but when it comes to real technical analysis of what's going on here in the chart, we don't have those stopping signals. Now granted, if Trump launched his meme coin and it was in price discovery, and the RSI on it as well was around here, and the RSI on Bitcoin was as well there, we would say that this is probably it, guys. This is it. But for now, we don't have that major confluence that we are actually anywhere close over. And in fact, we're still very early, because today, if you look at the market, everything is down. Good entries everywhere, right? Good entries everywhere. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just buying and I just keep huddling my old bags. I'm not touching anything, because I know we're still headed toward that major season or that major bull market. And the reason why I care so much about this altcoin season, because I know it does not happen that often. This is very important to keep in mind, is that once you miss it, you're gonna have to wait for 4 years. That's very important to keep in mind, is that major season happens 6 months every 4 years, and that's important to keep in mind. That's why I don't want to miss it. And as I said before, once that real rally starts, it really picks up very quickly, and it can erase all these months of downtrend that we go on in just few months, and that we see that a lot. We can see this here. Now you can see this whole ranging here, or nothing really happening for a long time on others. So this is others dominance, which means all other crypto assets besides the top 10 by market cap, basically. But the thing is, we can see that all this downtrend or sideways or bear market, let's say, or no all season price action where the prices are just boring and going sideways, can get erased in no time once things starts to switch back on into bullish and markets turn on bullish. You can see that this thing quickly reverses and erases all the bear market or all the bad prices that we have now, basically. And you can see now this rallies, how fast the rallies up or how short they are compared to that accumulation sideways kind of range, which we've been at right now here this whole time, where we're just in this accumulation, basically, which means buying and holding and waiting. Now here and there readjusting portfolios and whatnot, and waiting for the actual squeeze up that actually makes most of the gains. And part of as well why we still believe that we are still early today is that we haven't seen really any major gains like the previous cycles. The previous cycles, we've seen crazy gains. We've seen gaming coins like Axie Infinity doing hundreds of X's in 2017. We've seen XRP doing 250X. We've seen those numbers a lot in the previous cycles. Now this alone here is a 21,500% move on a bull market. This happened in July, or started March or April of 2021, which is the 2025 of that time, which is the post-halving year. This was a 20,000% or 200x. We had Luna, if you all remember that, in 2021 also was already on Binance back in the days. This was as well a 300x. We had some major gains happen, and we just recently started seeing those numbers, or not even close, where we started seeing now XRP going into those major rallies and parabolic rallies that really look like back in the days, or back in the actual bull markets that do change lives, that we've seen in the past. Now for XRP as well in 2017, this was one of the major gainers back in the days, and that's what people remember, or what everybody remembers of a bull market. You can see this is XRP. XRP did a 600x from the lows. That is major gains. Now, and those are the numbers that we remember from back in the days that we still are waiting for, basically, to start to happen. Now we've seen those things play out somewhat with meme coins. Even Pepe is still just from the lows after it got listed on Binance, is still just 40x or did just a 40x, and now it's still up 20x, which are not the numbers that we usually see in the actual bull market. We usually see 100x's and above. That's why a lot of people still believe that we're still early, and also the charts are telling us that we're still early, we're just beginning. And as I said, we still have now to see the real impact of a US president or a pro-crypto US president. We still haven't seen the market pricing this in, as the market is still into this uncertainty, since the inauguration talk was not really did not include cryptocurrencies. But what we know today is that World Liberty, which is Trump's crypto company, is buying Ethereum and now holds around 182 million of that. They are actually buying, they hold more ETH value than actual USDC or USDT, which means they do believe more in crypto like ETH and Bitcoin than stable coins, and probably the stable coins are going to be used to buy up even more ETH. And that tells us that the big boys upstairs have bigger plans, and they do really plan to push these things up. And we have also the Bitcoin ETFs that are still throwing in some major numbers, and the fear and greed index, even though this is a day-to-day thing and it can variate a bit from greed to fear, and it's not a long-term thing to really be looking at. But the thing is, even today, the fear and greed index is at 66. It's slightly into greed, but not that much. We usually see this in greed full on 100% every day, or 90% every day for months and months, when we have the real bull market, when people actually do feel they missed out and people start to have confidence in the market and start to buy up everything, forgetting about risk and everything. But now today, with everything that comes up, with every news, we have top signal callers. We have people calling for top signals all the time, and those things never play out that way. Never before the majority were right in markets. Never before the majority were right at calling tops. So very few people actually have managed to call tops. If ever, you see very few outliers that really call the tops, and that actually was the top. So far, the real major altcoin season that does make life-changing money, like 100x's, 200x's, 300x's, hasn't started yet, which means you are still early to 2025's bull market. So keep that in mind, especially for those that just joined in and they feel like, especially those that just joined in 2024, the market wasn't really the greatest since really March of 2024, where basically everything topped. And we've seen this clearly. If we go back to others, and let's clean this. Now you can see others March 2024 was up from May 2023. It was just going up. This was a very good time to be in the market. This is basically where we made most of the money since 2023. It was in this uptrend on others that started from basically August till March of 2024, and it was major uptrend where we've seen a lot of meme coins that you see now in the billions of dollars. They were real mid caps to low caps, started going up and went to billions of dollars in their market cap. So keep that in mind. If you've joined in March of April or April 2024, keep that in mind that since you joined in, we really haven't seen a major altcoin season. As you can see, others dominance has just been going down. We recently seen this little spike up around December of 2024 after the elections, where Trump won the elections. You've seen this little spike up. This is basically what caused this micro altcoin season that we witnessed end of 2024. You can see how tiny that is compared to the rally that we had early on in 2024, end of 2023. It is very tiny compared to it. So imagine once this thing is going to start really sustainably going up. That's what we are waiting for. That's actually the altcoin season. And we're not asking for much. We're just asking for this thing to go back to its previous all-time highs. You can see this just little move here. Let me put a block there so it's more visible size-wise. Now you can see that this little move here caused a lot of coins to go from $100 million market cap to $1 billion market cap. This little move here. Now compare this to this move, which was the 2021 move. That's a monstrous move. That's a very very big difference. Now compare this one to this recent December, November 2024 after the elections. It's a tiny little one. So you can see the comparison of previous altcoin seasons. Now understand that once this thing is gonna really expand and give us something like we seen in 2021, this is where we're gonna see those 100x's, 200x's, 400x's and whatnot. We're gonna see the real power of cryptocurrencies, the real power that these cryptos can do or can have, and the returns that can be made in this market. So that's why I'm staying patient. That's why I do believe that you're still early here and we're still waiting for that major altcoin season to happen. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.